images that inspire, educate, and sometimes just make us say, wow. Over the years, NASA has given us spectacular photos and renderings that reveal a colorful and mysterious universe.
No doubt. And now Chris Martinez is introducing us to two of the artists behind some of the most iconic space art in the galaxy.
In a small, bright office, working side by side,
Let's see.
Robert Hurt and Tim Pyle bring the universe to life.
What we're doing does have real science underlying it.
Hey, all many fish. Revelation 12:1. And there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun, and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars. We're all very familiar with that. That's a sign that we all are looking at as in the future is coming up. There are some that say that it actually took place a couple years ago, but nonetheless, this is what the general consensus is. Revelation 12:7, and there was a war in heaven. This is taking place at the same time that John sees the great sign in heaven. He also sees the war in heaven. He sees Michael the archangel and his angels fight the dragon. Okay? He sees the dragon cast out, the old serpent, the devil and Satan that deceives the whole world, and he's cast into the earth. This is what John is seeing and prophesying. This is all happening at the same time in John's prophecy. So this is a future event. And there are other scriptures that would suggest that the war in heaven was in the past. Well, I contend that the war in heaven is ongoing, and it will continue to be ongoing until this prophecy is fulfilled. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because we can actually see these dark forces that are manifesting themselves here on earth. These are those spiritual gods. These are those spiritual gods that was cast out. The devil, Satan, and all his angels were cast out with him. These are those angels that the manifestation in men, elite, blue bloods, whatever you want to call them, the globalists, the New World Order, what they are doing is pursuing Satan's New World Order, and they're doing it with his marching orders, and they're fighting this war, yes, in this physical realm, for what we see politically, geopolitically, and all the insane policies and monetary policies and transgender insanity, and that's all just the earthly, fleshly glitz. The real battle's in the spiritual realm, ladies and gentlemen, and they throw it right in front of us every single day.
May 18th, 1969, Apollo 10 view of Earth. And I had to bookmark it and come back to it today. It claims that this is a view from 36,000 nautical miles away as photographed from the Apollo 10 spacecraft during its translunar journey toward the moon. Yucatan Peninsula, or that's obscured by clouds. Nearly all of Mexico, north of the Isthmus of Tehuantepec, can be clearly delineated. The Gulf of California, Baja, and the San Joaquin Valley can be easily identified. Yep. Well, I used to live in Arizona, so that would put me like right over in here, if that's supposed to be the Gulf of California. By the way, I mean, just this series of numbers right here alone is every combination you can think of in their little occult gang is in this combination of numbers here. Primarily 666 and the duality 69969. There's a lot there. Not only that, you got 36,000, right? Every single thing they tell us is either in miles or kilometers. Always. But this time, we use nautical miles. Why? Well, let's find out. Because if we convert them to metric, to kilometers, well, looky here. 36,000 nautical miles is 666. 666. 666. 666. It's a master number. It's the number of the beast. The beast that runs this whole program, and now it's permeating itself throughout the entire internet. And that's just the way it is. Get your spiritual house in order, please, and be prompt about it. This is supposed to be the Earth from 36,000 nautical miles. And this is supposed to be the Gulf of California, San Joaquin. That would put Arizona over here, Texas over here. Well, gee whiz, where does Mexico go? It's totally disproportionate. There's a giant serpent over Houston, Texas. Canada's missing altogether. Do you see how bad it is that they actually have people believing this, and they are just rolling, laughing at the absolute ignorance of the general population?
There's artistry to creating the world.
What I imagine it to be. Unfortunately, I'm not an astronaut. I've never been to space. But I've looked at these images over and over again, trying to sort of get the essence of it. It is photoshopped, but it's has to be. It is photoshopped, but it's has to be.
And I cannot help but try and at least locate one of those people who believe these things still and get them to look at it and understand that they're dealing with some serious principalities. Sooner or later, it's going to come to a point where this beast in this system is going to say, okay, now we're going to play by my rules. And you can see them setting it all up. So when it comes, I hope you're ready. I do not know what this mark will be, but you will be required if you want to participate in the services provided over this World Wide Web. You are going to need to have an identifier, a specific identifier, a number, if you will, or you will not be able to participate in commerce. That's the way it's going to go down. So please get your house in order. Contemplate what I'm telling you and ask for the truth. Peace and grace, many fish.
Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord, and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of God,